Today on We I Got It Figured, we've got another Rebuilding the Collection video. This time, G.I.Joe classified Alvin Breaker Kibbe with RAM cycle. Let's get into it.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, action figure fans? We I Got It Figured back with another G.I.Joe classified review. This time we're looking at Alvin Breaker Kibbe with the RAM cycle. I recently got this figure for a second time from a collector who, you know, I guess he needed to sell his figures, right? And sometimes that happens and it sucks. I had done the very same thing earlier in the year. And the worst part about it was it didn't even solve the issue that I was, you know, trying to solve, you know, monetarily. So I ended up selling my G.I.Joe classified figures and tried to sort of rationalize to myself that I didn't need them or whatever. But it soon came to pass that I needed to replace them. And so an opportunity came up, and the gentleman, I don't want to say his name, but he is in the G.I.Joe classified community group on Facebook. He knows who he is. I told him I would shout him out, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna tell you the man's name. You know, he probably wouldn't want that. So thank you, sir. Here's Breaker for review. I'm going to do the normal thing, go over the packaging, go over the figure, go over the RAM cycle, and I do have a little bonus where I will compare RAM cycles. So I've got the Tiger Force one here to do that. So let's do it. All right, so looking at the packaging, we have Special Missions Cobra Island, G.I.Joe Classified Series Alvin Breaker Kibbe with the RAM cycle. We got some artwork of Breaker on the RAM, and looks like another little piece of artwork which continues on this side. The box is pretty big. When they repackaged the RAM for the Tiger Force release, they definitely didn't feel like they needed to have such a big box with the plastic removed. But of course, here with the plastic, you can see everything in there nice and clear. And you got Breaker's helmet, the Gatling gun assembly for the RAM, and the RAM itself. And you've got Alvin Breaker Kibbe with RAM and his symbols, and of course he's number 29 in the series. And he's got Telecommunications 3 handheld, no wait, that's 2, I'm sorry, Telecommunications 2 handheld communicators 3, Linguistics 3, because he knows 7 languages. You only get a 3 for knowing 7 languages. And then Cryptography 2. So there you go. Like I said, he's number 29. Of course, on the back, you've seen it all before. The Cobra Island Special Missions image. And of course, this is the largest one that they did, also with the Baroness. But yeah, so you got the entirety of Cobra Island. The base, I don't know where the landlocked freighter is, but yeah, there you go. So there's the back of the box. We'll get Breaker out and go over the figure. All right, so we've got Breaker out of the package with his helmet and the RAM cycle. I went ahead and assembled it because, you know, we all know what the RAM cycle is about. I'm sure you guys have watched plenty of videos of Breaker in the RAM cycle, you know, a year or so ago. But, you know, I do want to sort of have a record of all of my G.I. Joe classified figures that I own. So I do these rebuilding the collection videos because I'm rebuilding my collection. And there are some things that I do want to discuss that I don't know that I've seen covered before. So, you know, here we go. So looking at Breaker, you know, he's got his little vest with his pouches on there. Doesn't come with any weapons, as we're all aware of. He has the arms from Duke and Flint. Same arms, same watch. His chest, which of course is underneath this vest, I believe is the same one that the Alpha Commando Snake Eyes has. And then the pants are the standard kind of pants, but he actually has Snake Eyes' legs, and I didn't ever actually notice that before, but he has Snake Eyes' legs. These are Snake Eyes' legs. So from here down, including the knee pads, they're the same legs as Snake Eyes. So I'm gonna guess he's got Snake Eyes' tush too. It's America's ass, right? And then he's got these boots that, of course, were new because at the time no one else had these boots. But as you can see, when I bring in Snake Eyes from Snake Eyes and Timber, you can see he's got the exact same legs. So if you look here, the pattern is exactly the same. Snake Eyes just has some paint to make sort of the lines there, to make it black and green rather than just drab green. And of course he's got a holster there, but it's the same leg and it's the same boot. So that's where this Snake Eyes' boots came from, the Breaker figure. So there you go. Another interesting thing about Breaker is the hairstyle that they chose to do for him. So of course he's got his beard that they you know, he's always had, but he's got kind of a slick back hairstyle, which is actually the hairstyle that Snake Eyes has. So Hasbro could very well do a Snake Eyes unmasked with this hairstyle because they've already done it on Breaker. And in a sense, OG Duke also has a slick back kind of hairstyle. So same kind of deal, right? So there you go. We can't leave out the fact that Breaker is one of the 13 original Joes. So he was always high on my list for getting him, you know, to get this figure, to have him, to re-get him once I started rebuilding my collection. And his legs are a little bit loose. I think the one that I had before, the legs were a little loose too. From that version 1 Snake Eyes body. So there you go. It's not, you know, not a whole lot to it. He doesn't come with any accessories other than his helmet, which we'll put on him. And the helmet does rest well on his head. And it's nice, you know, because since everything is miniaturized since 1983, it's very easy to believe that that huge backpack that he had with the radio on it could be miniaturized into just into this helmet. Nowadays, it's well within plausibility. Well within plausibility. Another fun fact, I guess we can call it fun, about Breaker is that he was one of the Joes that was killed off in the Marvel Comics Real American Hero series. In the Battle of Benzine, he died. He was one of the Joes that died during the whole Saw Viper thing. I think he might have survived long enough to get on to the Rage and then got blown up or whatever that happened, but he was KIA. So this is G.I. Joe classified though, and it doesn't adhere to any specific G.I. Joe continuity. So there you go. Now we'll go over to the RAM cycle, and it is nice. It's still nice with its decals and everything. Drab green. The original toy was actually a lighter shade of green than this, but you know, as they say, close enough for government work. And I do like the detail how they actually painted the gauges. And did kind of the same call outs that were on the original version, the toolkit. I guess there's like there's a U.S. flag. I thought there was like a med kit on the original, but I don't see one here, but that's okay. Paint it light. There you go, the RAM. So now I'm going to bring in the Tiger Force RAM and we'll do a comparison on that. Alright, so you got your two variations of RAM cycle here. Tiger Force and regular. And of course, besides the whole paint job, you have the Tiger Force, the tiger face on the vehicle, the Tiger Force logo, and the G.I. Joe logo is kind of pushed up here. And then this one just has the G.I. Joe star with MG1027 on it, which you would think is the identifier for this particular RAM cycle. But the Tiger Force version also has MG1027 on it, so I don't know if it's just a designation for what it is, or if it's literally the same RAM cycle repainted in the Tiger Force, which probably seems a bit more plausible to me than the other possibility. Then you do get some paint details here, you know, decal sort of there that you don't get on the Tiger RAM. They're not there. There's no USA. There's no access thing there. There's no paint on the bottom of either of them. The United States symbol is upside down, so I don't know. That seems like an error, right? Probably shouldn't be upside down, or rather in reverse. It's like in reverse. Yeah, that's weird. I might have to scratch that off. The tool box is still there. And of course, the Tiger RAM does get some silver engine block parts that they're like dark gray on the on the normal version. Gunmetal gray, so to speak. They're both really nice, man. They got, oh, this is all black. And this actually is painted in here. They're both painted here. The Tiger RAM has the light painted as well. And the gauges are painted. And in fact, the gauges are actually painted even better on this one than on the original. So there you go. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It does have a circle here, and there's a circle there. It's just painted over in tiger colors. So there you go. There's your 2 RAM cycles. So here's breaker on the turntable. Just so you get a good look at them without my hands in the way. I normally go over articulation, but you know, this is a known quantity at this point. The articulation on this figure is the same as every other G.I.Joe classified figure, you know, up to that point. Hindered a little bit by at the ab crunch level because of the vest. So we know all about that at this point. You know, I thought Breaker was a pretty good figure. I never really compared him to the Snake Eyes. I just never looked to see that was Snake Eyes. I knew that this Snake Eyes had those boots, but I never actually thought that he actually had not only those boots, but the entire same legs, pants section. Didn't know that. So yeah, so there you go. Learn something new every day, right? Now that I have him and have examined him fully. One of the things I do plan to do is get the Gridiron Studios Communications pack so that I can have a breaker with a radio and a firearm to go with that. And then of course, because he's got Snake Eyes' legs, you can always get a holster, you know, from a Snake Eyes or something, and give it to Breaker. So usually people part those things out on eBay. Usually you can usually do that if you haven't already. So there's that. And I just may just to give Breaker a little something extra. All right, so final thoughts. G.I.Joe Classified Series Special Missions, Cobra Island, Breaker, and RAM Cycle. I'm going to give it an 8, which is probably what I would have given it when it came out, when I got it. It was something sought after at Target. You can only get it at Target. It was hard to get until they weren't. And you got the RAM Cycle, and you got Breaker, but you didn't get a whole lot, so you know, couldn't really go any higher than 8, and that's I still feel the same. So all right, so we're gonna get on out of here. Thank you guys for watching and supporting me. I do like to keep it, you know, about the toys and everything, and it seems to be working out, so thank you. If you are new to the channel, please give me a like, subscribe, and comment, and turn on notifications so that you're alerted when I upload a new video. Until next time, everybody stay safe out there. I want to thank my newfound friend again. I do hope his situation, you know, resolves and he can go back and rebuy the G.I.Joe classified figures, because somebody else will be selling their collection. So it's all cyclical. But thank you, sir, and we'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.